This week, we have two special occasions. We have Parshas Tzav, which is Parsha that has many ideas and concepts that are very, very important for Karbanos. And it's also Shabbos Hagadol. So we'll start with Parshas Tzav. Parshas Tzav, it says, Kol zachar b'kohanim yachlu. Every male of the kohanim shall eat, shall partake of the korban. Chazal tell us, kohanim ochlim ubalim miskaprim. The kohen eats, and that brings a kapara to the one who brought the korban. You have a korban chatas, you're bringing a sin offering, there was some aver that was done, so now you brought the several parts of the korban to the mizbeach, sprinkled the blood on the mizbeach, but missing one thing. The kohen has to eat, and when the kohen eats, the one who brought the korban gets a kapara. So I was thinking about that. What's pshat? What's pshat? Because the kohen eats, therefore he gets a kapara. What does it mean? Why? Why should it be that way? So it occurred to me that perhaps it's a very simple idea. You know, a person sins because I want something. Yeah, but you got to be a holy man. Yeah, but I want it. Yeah, but you got to hold that. You can't be holy and be human at the same time. Come on, it doesn't work. So Torah says, Kohanim, show the people it works. You're going to be a human being. You're going to eat. And the Gemara actually says when the Kohanim ate, L'mashcha l'gdula, they ate it geschmack. They ate it really well made with good condiments and spices. So the Kohanim teach people, you know what, folks? You can be a holy man and you can live as a human being. Bailim, the kohanim ochlim, when the kohen eats, then the bailim miskaprim, the bailim can watch, and then that's when they get the real kapara. Because you can learn, you can enjoy life, and you can do it right. You can really be l'shem shamayim, can have everything done the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants you to do it. You can enjoy. That's a kapara. That's what brings a person to have a kapara. Because it teaches you the Torah is not given to angels. We don't expect you to be an angel. We expect you to be a human being, but a holy human being. A human being who's got Kedusha. I saw that Rav Nassan, the Talmud of Rav Nachman, he has a parish from Torah. He said a very interesting thing. He says, I'll show you that Kedusha comes together with the eating of the kohanim. He says, because Kedusha is all about emunah. And when the first Mishnah in Shas wants to tell me when do you read Kriya Shema. Klal Yisrael stands for the Rabbi Shalom. And you know what you do at the beginning? B'shah sha'kohanim nichnasim lecha b'trumasim. You read Kriya Shema when the kohanim go in. They toivu, they became tar to be able to eat truma. Eating, emunah. Same idea. When the kohanim are able to eat the truma, they have to eat b'tara. They have to eat it with kedusha. But they're eating. Now, say Shema Yisrael. Because I'm worshiping God as a human being. Perhaps, I was thinking later, after I wrote this, I said, you know what? Got to add an additional piece. And that is that the beginning of the parsha, Tzav. So Rashi says, why does it say Tzav? It's a lashon ziruz. It's a lashon of additional urging and giving additional not only support but additional force. Says Rashi, you know when you need tzav? When there's something that a person can feel, oh, I don't want to do it. Says, you know why you wouldn't want to do it? Because we're talking about the carbon ola. And the coin doesn't get any part of it. And because there's chisaron kiss, so you got to go ahead and urge him, do it right. What do you mean? The Kohanim in the Beis HaMikdash are not going to do it right because they don't get any meat? Yes, we're all human. Be a human being. Don't try to be an angel, but try to be a proper human being. So Torah says, okay, so put a little extra effort in. That's also. Bailin, Kohanim, Ochlim, but Bailin is Kaplan. You can be a human being. You can enjoy life. You should enjoy life. Hashem wants you to enjoy life. But with proper Yiras Shamayim. Your heart should be filled with Yiras Shamayim. And that's why you can serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's Parshas Tzav. Shabbos Hagadol is a concept that for years, all my years, very difficult. What's the specialness of Shabbos Hagadol? Because Klal Yisrael, like this year, Yud Nisan is on Shabbos, and they were given the mitzvah 4 days before to take the carbon Pesach and to set it aside. This is the carbon Pesach, right? And so you have to check it for 4 days, and therefore that was on Yud Nisan, and that showed a tremendous amount of emunah, because this was the Ribono Shel Olam saying that to Klal Yisrael, you show the Egyptians that you're not scared. You're going to go ahead and take their avodah zarah, take their idols, the things they worship, and you're going to sacrifice it to God. And because the Egyptians didn't react, therefore it's Shabbos Hagadol. What does that do with Shabbos? It's Yom Hagadol. What does that have to do with Shabbos? There are a bunch of Hasidic ideas that I've seen, and I've seen different ideas that take it away from this chazal, but what does that have to do with Shabbos? So Kadosh Baruch Hu sent a thought into my head this year. You know, we have 2 times that the Torah tells us the Aseret Dibros. One time, Parshas Yisro. One time, Parshas Vaskana. And one of the major differences between the Aseret Dibros of Parshas Yisro and the Aseret Dibros of Parshas Vaskana is regarding Shabbos. By Shabbos, we know in Yisro it's Zochar Yom HaShabbos HaKacho, and in Vaskana it's Shomer es Yom HaShabbos HaKacho. But it goes beyond that. In Yisro it says Zecher Kishesh Yom Masah Hashem es Hashmayim B'Sa'aretz, that Shabbos is to tell us that Hashem created the world. And in Vaskana it is Ki Avadim V'Yisem Be'eretz Mitzrayim, you were slaves in Egypt. So I was thinking, why is there that difference? The difference is because the Zochar Yom HaShabbos, the Kacho, Zochar is a mitzvah saseh. Kiddush, the Kedusha of Shabbos. Shamar is all the lo sasehs, all the things you can't do, the prohibitions that you can't do on Shabbos. The mitzvah saseh has to do because Hashem rested. Hashem rested on Shabbos at time of Ma'aseh Bereishis, and therefore Shabbos became Kodesh. The mitzvahs lo saseh, you have to be told. After it is a Matan Torah, after you get a Torah and you're given all the mitzvahs. Couldn't even be at Mara. They started at the Mon, they gave some more, but those are things you have to learn. But the Kedusha is there from the beginning. So therefore, Zochar es Yom HaShabbos HaKacho, it's connected to Ma'aseh Bereishis, because the Kedusha comes from the time of the creation. The Shamar, listen, you guys, you say, I'm giving you a hard time, I'm giving you a lot of prohibitions. Well, you're slaves. You can do what I tell you. I took you out of slavery. You can do what I tell you. You can be careful with the prohibitions of Shabbos as well. If that's the case, we had a tradition from Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. They knew about Shabbos because they knew that there was a Ma'aseh Bereishis. And Shabbos has to do with Ma'aseh Bereishis. So Klal Yisrael and Mitzrayim had a tradition of the Kedusha of Shabbos. They didn't have a tradition about not doing Malacha on Shabbos, but they had a tradition about the Kedusha of Shabbos. And that Kedusha of Shabbos is connected to Emunah. Hashem created the world. That's Klal Yisrael. We know that. That the head of Mitzrayim as well. Hashem said, I am going to complete your Emunah. I'm going to make your Emunah so strong that you're going to stand up and be proud and say, I don't care about your Avodah Zarah. When am I going to do it? I'm going to do it on Shabbos. It's not just that it's Yud Nisan. It's Shabbos. It's the day when you already have a tradition of Kedusha. We're going to strengthen that Kedusha. We're going to strengthen that Emunah, that recognition of Hashem. That's the specialness of Shabbos Hagadol. Because there the two things come together. It wasn't just a coincidence. There is no such thing as a coincidence. It dafka comes together. And we're able to have that this year, just like they had it in Yetzias Mitzrayim. And it should be a remez. We can stand up to the world. Baruch Hashem, we can be Gibarim. The greatest Gevurah Klal Yisrael can have is we believe in the Rabbanu Shalom. We see Emunah. We in Eretz Yisrael live Emunah every day and every minute. Every time there's a siren, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is holding us in His hands. We see that Emunah. Shabbos Hagadol, we can strengthen that Emunah. And we say, Zocha Ta'gula Shlema, as a Hashem.